This learning is Le'ili Nishmas Bruria Bas Hananya, Meseches Demai, Perek Mishna Dalit. In the previous Mishnah, we learned the halacha in a case where a person buys bread from a nachtim, from a baker. And our Mishnah teaches, Halekeach min palter, someone who buys bread from a palter, meaning a shopkeeper. So this person doesn't bake the bread and sell it, but rather he buys the bread from a baker, from a nachtim, and then sells it in his shop. So we have an argument over here. Ma'aser mikol tfus utfus divrei Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Meir says the person who buys it has to separate meisters from each molding separately, since a palter, a shopkeeper, buys his loaves of bread from many nachtemim, many bakers, and so you can give meiser from one bread for the other. Rabbi Yehuda says, me'achas alakel, a person can give meisers from one of the loaves for all the others, even if they're made in different molds, because Rabbi Yehuda holds that a palter, a shopkeeper, buys all of his breads from one nachtem. And so as long as they're all from one day, like Rabbi Yehuda taught in the previous Mishnah, a person can give and separate meisters from one bread for the others as well. And the Mishnah concludes that Meideh Rabbi Yehuda belekeach min hamanpel. Rabbi Yehuda, however, agrees with Rabbi Meir in a case where a person buys bread from a manpel. A manpel is someone who buys bread from many palterim, many shopkeepers, and then goes around and sells them. So in such a case, since he buys the breads from many shopkeepers, so then Rabbi Yehuda agrees, Shehu ma'aser mikol echad ve'echad, the person has to separate meisters from each and every bread separately.